to me. Yeah.
The most dangerous man to any system of oppression is the man who can think for himself. Once the people begin to question what they have been taught, once they begin to search for truth, control over them begins to disappear.
Way I'm preaching unity, I think I'm Dr. King. Now your own people kill you when you have a dream. They want a black man in prison, no they hate my race. Fuck Trump and fuck ICE unless I'm buying chains. What you know about feeling weak but remaining strong? You can't ever say I folded like Kalani's song.
And anytime you find the government involved in a conspiracy to violate the citizenship or the civil rights of a people, then you are wasting your time going to that government expecting redress. Instead, you have to take that government to the world court and accuse it of genocide and all of the other crimes that it is guilty of today.
African nations are pushing for an international resolution that could label the transatlantic slave trade as the greatest crime against humanity in history, and they are preparing to put Britain's role directly under the spotlight. Ghana is expected to introduce the resolution at the United Nations later this month on behalf of the African Union. This proposal seeks formal recognition of the European-led transatlantic slave trade as a historic crime of unprecedented scale, pointing to its vast human toll and its long-lasting economic and social consequences. According to the UN, the transatlantic slave trade lasted over 4 centuries. Around 15 million Africans, including men, women and children, were forcibly transported across the Atlantic, with the largest number sent to Brazil and other parts of the Americas. African leaders say that the scale, duration and enduring impact of the trade justify calling it history's greatest crime against humanity. The African Union is also pressing for reparations from the EU countries, claiming that the legacy of slavery contributed to the economic gap between Western nations and much of the developing world. African diplomats are now lobbying countries across the globe ahead of a vote scheduled for the 25th of March. The day is also marked as the International Day of Remembrance of the victims of slavery and the transatlantic slave trade. Ghana's move has reportedly secured the backing from Caribbean countries as well and many African states, while additional support is reportedly being sought from developing countries and non-aligned nations. If passed, this resolution is likely to bring about a global conversation about history, slavery and justice, with Britain's past firmly under the microscope.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being by any means necessary.
Welcome to the John Abundant Show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming on. We have a lot to do today on Sunday. There's so much happening. Close your door. There's so much happening. It's crazy. And this administration, the whole administration, and Israel is controlling America. And they're doing everything they can to try to push 2025 in here. It's sad that he's not been moving yet. The man is creating problems. I just looked on TV. They trying to get him out of the UNE, and they a war criminal. This is the subject today. Wake up, America. It's time to take our lives seriously. Everybody's still shopping. Everybody's still playing dominoes and checkers. Everybody's still just doing whatever they're doing. I don't know what world y'all in. Y'all really think this is not serious. These people are not upset with us. They're upset with him, your president. I'm not going to call his name. President is enough. So they're upset. He has pissed too many people off. And then started that unjust war. Then go to Congress because Congress was going to go with him. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I come to you today in the best way that I can. This is a state of emergency. Stop playing with your life. Stop it. Are you that crazy? And you can't see this man is gone wild? He's a narcissistic. He's suicide. 27 psychiatrists, not me, gave him a psychosocial assessment and a dianetic. And they said he's the most dangerous man in the world in that White House. And then the lady just proved to y'all last week when he said, they asked him, was you going to heaven? The man said no. Then if somebody feel like they not going to heaven and they feel like they're going to hell, they put two places, go heaven or hell. And he said they don't want the math plan. Then if I'm going to hell, I just take everybody, well, how many people? That's the action. Look at it. And we don't spend billions of dollars on this war. And Russia, if I'm not mistaken, and China are in the back door promoting them. And if China ever come to the forefront, it's over here now. They 15 years in front of us, and they've been knocking out the American bases. All these bases, they're knocking them out. Ladies and gentlemen, wake up. This president is the worst thing ever happened in presidency. He needs to be out of there at least by next week. Move him quickly between Monday and Wednesday. Get him out, him and Vance. Barack got the law, 2022 or something. Call him. He'll give it to you. Where you can get all of them out of there. Because they think like him. They done it. I didn't want to call his name. They president's knights. Trumpenites. So again, they're blind, deaf, and gone. We are hated viciously. And everybody knew Biden was 1,000% better than him. You need to stop playing, ladies and gentlemen. Life is too short. Don't play with our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, our ancestry, our elders. Don't play like this with this man. He's not all there. And these files are going on him, and they seeing him, little girls sitting on him, all kind of stuff going on. Kiss him in the mouth. Ain't no AI. So again, just move him. Y'all can indict him later. Just move him. Him and his whole staff. And just get somebody to be a part-time president until we can find somebody. And hopefully we find somebody that believes in God. I don't give a damn about no Republicans, Democrats, none of that. Seems like the independent would be better. So we need to move that whole Oval Office in 72 hours. Get them out of there. I don't hear about no war. I don't hear that. He broke the law. He attacked them people. Y'all give presidents too much power. They should not be able to attack anyone without going to the Senate and Congress. They should not be able, you should never give no one man that much power over 360 million people. Are y'all crazy? Whoever wrote that law needs a psychosocial assessment and a dianetic. And then he got 34 felons can be the president. Yeah. Systemic racism has taken its place in the Oval Office. May God bless you. May God keep you. Wake up, America. Take your life serious. You're dealing with somebody that don't give a damn. Wake up. Come on, let's rock.
Okay, I just wanted to kind of clarify, because I know people are probably asking which amendment you're talking about that would allow the president and the cabinet to be removed. So I'm going to share what Chat GPT just
I think it's 2022, it's somewhere in there.
It's 25, but that's for impeachment of only the president for incapacity. So
Barack got one, can take them all out. That's what we need.
So it would be impeachment, which is the primary method. And then it's Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution. So you can remove, if you look, I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Read enough what they understand it.
The president, vice president, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office. I don't know. Am I sharing my screen? That's what I wanted to do. There we go. Get back over here.
They need to see that.
The president, vice president, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. So the House of Representative would need to vote to impeach, and then the Senate would hold a trial. And if 2/3 of the Senate votes to convict, the official is removed from office. So I want to backdoor this and say, people, this is why it's important for us to get out and vote during midterm elections, because we decide who is in the House and who is in the Senate. And if we flip those out of Republican control, then we'll have a greater chance of getting those folks out of office. Doing a sweep, a clean house, that is what our goal should be. So you want to know what your power is? This is what your power. This is how we get serious. So just wanted to give that public service announcement.
Good public service announcement. People need to know they can move them people. Them people are illegal. Them people are narcissistic. They traumatites. They do whatever you say. It's sad. It's sad.
Is beyond sad. So I'm gonna go ahead and
outrageous.
It is. So you said that people don't take it seriously. Why do you think people are not taking this seriously?
Because they done got comfortable thinking that this government is so powerful, they can do what they want. It used to be like that. All that's over. Anything this government do now is gonna come back on them. He thought that Iran was just a little bitty, they could deal with them like that, hurt all them people. You think everybody ain't seen all them people got hurt and life taken? That's not good, man. God not with that. You want to have God on your side, not against you.
I agree with that, brother. So we're going to look and see who Iran has on their side now. I'm going to go ahead and get into this first video. First of all, I just want to give a brief disclaimer that, hey, the videos we play are for commentary and informational purposes only. The sources may have not been vetted or verified. If y'all want to look into it and check us, please do. I like comments. Send us a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. So we're going to move into this first one about Russia, China join a U.S.-Iran war. And here we go.
What if a regional war suddenly became a global power showdown? Iran has dropped a statement that's shaking geopolitics. Iran's foreign minister, Syed Abbas Araghchi, publicly confirmed that Russia and China are Iran's strategic partners, including military cooperation. But here's the big question. Are Russia and China actually helping Iran target U.S. bases? In interviews with outlets like NBC News and MSNBC, Araghchi said something unusually direct. He stated that Iran has ongoing political, economic, and military cooperation with both Russia and China. And about Russia, he said something even stronger. Military cooperation between Iran and Russia is not new, and it will continue in the future. That's one of the clearest public confirmations yet of deep coordination between these countries. This revelation comes during the escalating conflict between Iran, the United States, and Israel. In late February 2026, U.S. and Israeli forces launched major strikes targeting Iranian nuclear and military facilities. Since then, missile exchanges have intensified. Oil prices have surged, the Strait of Hormuz has become a global flashpoint. Now the big concern is whether outside powers are quietly shaping the battlefield. According to analysts and reports, Russia's help may include intelligence sharing. That could mean satellite surveillance, tracking U.S. military movements in the Middle East, real-time battlefield information. If true, that kind of intelligence could help Iran target U.S. bases more accurately. Some experts say this could also be payback. Remember, Iran supplied drones to Russia during the Russia-Ukraine war. Now the favor may be coming back. China's role appears much more cautious. So far, China is believed to be helping mainly through diplomatic support at the United Nations, technology transfers like radar and navigation systems, calls for de-escalation. But there's another reason China is watching closely. Military analysts believe the conflict gives Beijing a real-world look at U.S. military tactics, especially in carrier-heavy operations, lessons that could matter in places like Taiwan or the South China Sea.
I'm going to pause it right there because it's a little long, but I just wanted the audience to get, or not the audience, y'all forgive me for calling you that. I just wanted our family to understand how this is all shifting and playing out and who's in alliance with who. And we have to remember also, Minister, that the rest of the world is mad at us. We don't have the same power and influence that we had before when we were going into other confrontations, because we sought no one's approval to start this war with Iran. So yeah, the United States is boxing itself in. What do you think, Minister?
My God. We're in trouble. These folks saying this stuff openly. Man, if that don't show the American people, we got the right subject. If that don't show the American people right now that we need to move quickly, all we got to do is get him out the office and stop the war. Stop the war, get him out the office. The people ain't mad at us, they mad at him. He did that. They don't even say the American war. They say the Donald Trump war. This is his war. And then drug the American people in it. Because he's trying to do a distraction with these files. Come on, man. Everybody see it. Ray Charles see it from the graveyard. It's a con game. Them folks ain't done nothing else. Oh, man. We got to wake up. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is the most serious one I done. I'm telling you, this is about your life. It's nothing to play with. Who is that down there? Lady Milk. This is nothing to play with. Absolutely nothing to play with. This man do not care. He stormed the Capitol and showed you he didn't care. made up a lie and say they stole the vote. A made up lie with no evidence. And calling people in Georgia saying, I need so many votes. And the Epstein files are everywhere. You see them with everybody. Y'all see it? It ain't A&I, it's him.
But they still want to protect him. And I don't know if they doubling down on their own beliefs or they really, really think he's somehow good. I'm confused. The MAGA is confused.
I don't know nobody can think that he's good. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. They can go with him because they're racist.
Yeah.
But believing he's good when the man just told you he's not going to heaven. He done throw the towel in. He done throw the towel in and spoke on himself. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you again. Wake up. And wake up now. Send this to all your people. This is serious. Be serious about your life. Because he don't give a damn. Gonna send our children over there. It's gonna be a casualty. If you send 2,500 people over there, 1,000, 2,000 may not come back. They got booby traps all over there. You can't fight them people in their own backyard. Are you crazy? I like you come to my backyard. You ain't gonna win back there. I know the backyard better than you. So I can just set the traps for you. You fall right into them. Lord have mercy. Boy, in 2026. Lord have mercy. Wake up, America. Take your life serious. Come on through that.
Got a word from our brother Willie D about this same situation. Get his take on it.
Willie.
Dude is going to get a whole lot of people killed. He's already gotten a lot of people. Those people, you got to look at it like this. Trump started that war. So for all the people who's dead, he's responsible on all sides. He's responsible for the people who died in Kuwait, people who died in Iran, the people who have died that's from America, the soldiers who have died. Trump is responsible for all of those deaths because he started an unjust war. Remember before he became president, how he and J.D. Vance was running around telling everybody if they vote for Kamala Harris, she's going to send their kids to war?
Iran was negotiating a nuclear deal with America, negotiating a deal. They're making progress. They're getting close. They're getting super close. And then Israel was like, no deal. And then Israel started launching missiles at Iran, right? So then Iran was like, missiles back at Israel. And then at the peak of it, everyone was like, oh man, how could this get worse? Donald Trump was like, hello, I'm going to help. I'm going to totally de-escalate this situation. I'm going to de-escalate this situation. And we were like, my man, you've never de-escalated a thing in your life. Trump came in and he's like, I don't like how Iran and Israel are launching bombs at each other all the time. So many bombs. We can't have this. It's not right. Too many bombs. We got to stop it. No more bombs. We got to stop it. We got to fix it. And they're like, all right, how are you going to fix it? He's like, by dropping bombs.
So that's the take on it. And yeah, that's where we are. But again, America doesn't want to wake up. I think some people are nervous. I talked to one of my cousins yesterday and she was like, I just feel like it's a dream. She said, none of this feels real to me. It just, everything is so weird and the news cycles go so fast. I think people get confused as to what to believe. And it's just so much noise that stuff just gets drowned out. But yeah, there we go.
Lord have mercy. Our mothers here, our children here, man, our grandchildren. Need he go somewhere and hide in Florida today? They need to walk him out of there, man. Stop the war and walk him out. Him and his whole cabinet. They are not good for America.
Well, I was doing some bit of research from an episode that Willie D had earlier today, and he was talking about Netanyahu could possibly been unalived by the U.S. So the rumors are that he was hiding in a bunker in Israel around March 2nd. And it was bombed, and they were saying that he was seriously injured and had to be, the only country that would take him was Germany. So he was evacuated to Germany, where he remained in a coma and passed away, I want to say on the 12th. And they had said that, come to an agreement that they would announce it on today, which is the 15th. So this was the clip that I found, because no one has come out and just outright confirmed that Benjamin Netanyahu, Bibi, the leader of Israel, has actually died. No one has confirmed that. But I'll play a short clip of this because they're mainly just going by the behaviors of the family during this time, and been a little off about some of the things that they're saying and doing. And I'm going to mute you, Minister. And now we will go into the clip. This is Netanyahu's wife and her response, Sarah Netanyahu.
The love of the Israeli people gives us the strength to continue. That's the first public reaction from Sarah Netanyahu, the wife of Israel's prime minister, as bizarre reports about Benjamin Netanyahu's death explode online. But where did these reports begin? And why is the internet suddenly obsessed with whether Israel's wartime leader is even alive? As the war between Israel and Iran intensifies, missiles and drones continue to target Israeli cities almost every night. And in the middle of this conflict, a strange video clip has sparked a global storm. On March 14th, Benjamin Netanyahu posted a wartime update on X, but viewers weren't focusing on his message. They were zooming in on his hand. Screenshots from the video began circulating online, claiming something odd, that Netanyahu appeared to have 6 fingers. 6 fingers. For many on social media, that instantly triggered a familiar suspicion: AI-generated footage. Soon, Iranian-linked social media accounts and other online users began pushing a dramatic claim. If the video is fake, maybe Netanyahu himself is missing, or worse, dead. Within hours, short clips and captions claiming "Bibi is gone" started trending across platforms. The speculation even drew attention from U.S. commentator Candace Owens, who publicly questioned the authenticity of the video and asked why Netanyahu's office would release what she called fake AI footage. Internet sleuths then noticed another detail. Netanyahu's son, Yair Netanyahu, hasn't posted on X since March 9th. That silence only added more fuel to the rumors. Amid the online frenzy, Sarah Netanyahu stepped in with a long Instagram message defending her husband and their supporters. She claimed there is a powerful political campaign against them, but insisted the support of the Israeli public gives them the strength to continue. Even X's own AI chatbot, Grok, weighed into the debate, addressing the viral 6-finger screenshots. According to the chatbot, the so-called extra finger is simply a camera angle illusion, not an AI glitch. And Israeli officials say the conspiracy theories are baseless. Fact-checkers point out that Benjamin Netanyahu has been filmed multiple times this month, including during a visit to Ashdod port. So despite viral claims spreading online, Israel says its prime minister is very much alive and still running the country during wartime.
And we will pause it right there. Minister, what is your thoughts on this news report about Netanyahu possibly being dead?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on it now. I don't know. People say we had put some up here, and you had already read that the opinions of other people ain't the opinion of us. TikTok. We'll deal with it after the show. But I don't know. I know if it is, that's serious. It's real serious.
It's very serious.
And you already put up a thing that all these people's views is not our views.
Right. And I know that's why I made the disclaimer. I'm happy to post it up here too. So no, it's not the views of the show. However, it is trending topics online. So y'all can weigh in, whoever you may be, and you can put it in the comments and, it correct us. We want to be corrected, or in this case, you're correcting the information that's already out there. And it's been on several other news sources as well. So I will find that disclaimer and put it up. But it's important to note that this seems to be an ongoing trend, if you will, because now there are reports that, and I don't want to say his name because I will say it wrong, that the leader of Iran may also be deceased as well. They're saying that he was possibly killed in an attack several weeks ago. And the thing that fuels this fire is the fact that we have not seen the Iranian leader, and we haven't seen Netanyahu in a while. There haven't been any comments that have come directly from them aside from Netanyahu and that the possibly AI generated video of him showing him to have 6 fingers. So want to take that into account as well. And I will put up the disclaimer as you asked. And let's see here. I would have taken it out of the studio. I'll find it and I'll make sure we'll put it up while we're going through this next one. I don't want to delay, but I understand it's a sensitive topic and people have different emotions, especially about Israel. So I don't want anyone to think out there that the Johnny Binder Show would be insensitive to that. We know that no matter what the public opinion is about these leaders, they have people and families that care about them a great deal and that love them. So, so prayers of comfort to them. But, it's kind of like when you assume certain positions in the world, you kind of know the inherent threats to it, especially when you're in a wartime scenario. So give me just 1 second. And we will definitely get that up. And here it is, our official disclaimer. So again, the views and opinions expressed by guests and clips presented on this program are their own and do not represent the views of the Johnny Binder Show. The content provided is for informational purposes and commentary purposes only. The show makes no claims of veracity or independent verification, so viewer discretion is advised. So on to my clip. This is about the theory behind the unaliving of the Ayatollah's son, the leader of Iran.
US sources claim Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, is critically injured, reportedly in a coma and missing a leg after the US-Israel strikes that killed his father. The Pentagon and officials close to US intelligence describe him as disfigured, raising urgent questions about who is running Iran's war strategy today.
Iran's leadership is in no better shape. Desperate and hiding, they've gone underground, cowering. That's what rats do. We know the new so-called not-so-supreme leader is wounded and likely disfigured. He put out a statement yesterday, a weak one, actually, but there was no voice and there was no video. It was a written statement. He called for unity. Apparently, killing tens of thousands of protesters is his kind of unity. Iran has plenty of cameras and plenty of voice recorders. Why a written statement? I think you know why. His father, dead. He's scared, he's injured, he's on the run, and he lacks legitimacy. It's a mess for them. Who's in charge? Iran may not even know. With every passing hour, we know, and we know they know, that the military capabilities of their evil regime are crumbling. They can barely communicate, let alone coordinate. They're confused, and we know it. Our response? We will keep pressing. We will keep pushing, keep advancing. No quarter, no mercy for our enemies.
And I'm going to pause it there. That's enough. So again, like we talked about, Minister, that was full of propaganda. And because whoever is in control of Iran, if it's not him, they're continuing their efforts, and they've doubled down, as we played the clip earlier where Russia, at least allegedly, is taking part in this attack in the Middle East as well, to attack U.S. targets. So it's not going to de-escalate the war, no matter if Netanyahu has passed on or the leader of Iran. So we have a lot to consider, fam, a lot to consider. And that's where we are. So I know things seem like they are a world away from us, like this is in the Middle East, and it is so far removed from what we have going on here. But make no bones about it. We're feeling it. We're feeling it when we go to the gas pump, because gas prices have soared out of control, despite the fact that only a small, very small, single-digit percentage of our oil actually passes through the Hamas Strait. Go figure. Very little. But we do have other commodities that pass through there as well, like our food, medications, fertilizer, which I didn't realize. So farmers get their fertilizer from the ports that the Hamas Strait that everybody is fighting over now, that the U.S. is so gung-ho about defending. Fertilizer and things of that nature pass through there to the United States. Well, if that's slowed, that affects our food prices, because now the farmers don't have fertilizers for their crops, which could cause the crops to be less. So if there's scarcity, prices go up. And you got to trace this back and see really who's benefiting from all this. Somebody's pockets are getting nice and laced right now. It ain't mine, and I know it's not yours. So again, fam, wake up, America. It's time to take our lives seriously. It's time. Because now what they're getting ready to do, and we knew it was all coming, is they're getting ready to deploy our babies overseas. Our Marines are scheduled to land there shortly. So the news has it, word in the news, is that they have pulled troops from Japan. They have pulled the Marines from Japan, and they are moving those Marines to fight and protect the Hamas Strait that we just talked about. That's where the oil passes through, and certain goods, the fertilizer that I just spoke of, and other things pass through that port to go worldwide. And so now they're fighting over the port. And, you know, You know, it's just wild out there, fam. It's just wild. But I'll go ahead and we'll look at the story about the deployment of our troops, because again, that's bringing it home. And then we'll come back and kind of talk about the historical significance of this, because I don't care what anybody says. There is no winners in war. Never have been. Never have been. We're left with the physical. The soldiers come back with physical ailments, spiritual ailments, a mental distress, the PTSD that follows, and that breaks homes. You know what I'm saying? It damages children, that damages generations. There are no easy solutions, but there are absolutely no winners in war. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. I'm the sensitive one on the show, though. So let me go ahead and add this to the stage.
More than 2,000 United States Marines are being sent to the Middle East. ABC 10 News reporter Ryan Hill spoke with a retired Marine intelligence officer about what we know about this unit being deployed and the impacts to the San Diego region.
Marines heading to the Middle East is a big increase of presence in the war. A retired intelligence officer tells me this Marine unit is based out of Japan. It has the ability to do things like amphibious raids and also logistic and aircraft elements.
They're called Marine Expeditionary Units.
Hal Kempfer is a retired Marine Corps intelligence officer. I spoke with him about the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit that's being deployed to the Middle East as the war with Iran expands.
They are joined by a logistics element, a combat service support element, a command element, which is also out of Japan, and then a composite squadron of aircraft that includes our tilt-rotor Osprey aircraft, which is also out of Japan.
I asked him why a unit like this would be deployed to the Middle East.
They also had a Marine Expeditionary Unit offshore during the Maduro raid, and I think we're going to provide a capability to do something like Maduro, or something like maybe an amphibious raid to take out coastal anti-ship capabilities that the Iranians may have in the Strait of Hormuz.
According to the unit's website, they respond to crisis anywhere in the world. The team currently headed to the Middle East are from 29 Palms in Southern California. ABC News is reporting the deployment of the Marines doesn't mean they'll be used as ground forces in Iran, but the deployment means those resources will be available if needed. I asked the United States Marine Corps if there could be Camp Pendleton Marines deployed to the Middle East. A Defense Department spokesperson tells me they do not discuss future or hypothetical troop movements due to operational security.
When you hear the news, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is always safety. You know,
Sarah Bartz is a Marine Corps spouse and a social worker for a nonprofit based in San Diego supporting the military and veterans.
There's been a lot of deployments over the years that have been difficult, and when you hear the possibility and upcoming deployments, it just brings that uneasy uncertainty of what's to come.
As we wait to see what's next in the Middle East, Bartz has this message for the loved ones of these Marines.
My piece of advice would be to find your community.
Ryan Hill, ABC 10 News.
What lies beneath Central Park? For the past.
I'm gonna pause it there, fam, and we're gonna switch gears in just a moment, because you know we're all about spreading hope and love, and you know, just making it through this tough times as a community, right? So, Minister, did you have any comment about our troops going over there?
It's the most fittest thing we could ever do, because they're gonna be coming back in body bags. It's not gonna be pretty. Them folks is not playing with us, man. We need to stop this war right now. Congress and the Senate can stop it. They need to stop it. And then the next day move him out, him and the whole cabinet. This is all behind some files. We in war because of some files that you don't want nobody to see. Why would you hide for the file? There's something in there you don't want the world to see. It's simple. He in one 38,000 times. He in another one 1 million times. You know, it's a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. This subject is real. Read the subject, character.
Wake up, America. It's time to take our lives seriously.
It don't get no more serious than that. Come on to the next commercial.
I did want to kind of go back and talk about something that was mentioned in that clip, though, about the soldiers. And they said that this is the same unit that was based off of, that was down in Venezuela. And so they may use some of the same tactics that were used in Venezuela. And I have to do some research, but I don't know if you remember, Minister, they were saying they used a sonic weapon in Venezuela that caused, this is on some Tony Stark's Iron Man type stuff. It caused their bodies to be destabilized of the Venezuelan soldiers. And that's how they took those soldiers out. And that's how they were able to win the war. So I don't know, could have some sonic warfare going on over there, but I'll find more information about that for our next show, fam. It gets serious, you know. But I promised that we were going to have a little lightness because I think right now we need a little lightness. And I played, this is one of Minister's favorites. So we're going to take a bit of a gospel break to kind of clear the atmosphere and reset our minds and our souls. So here we go.
Well, I stepped into war, and the water was cold. You know, the angels in heaven, yeah, done shine my name. Well, it chilled my body, but not my soul. Good Lord, the angels in heaven done shine. If you've been changed tonight, come on and help me sing it now. I know. Come on and rock with me. You know that no.
And there we go. And I don't know. I'm sorry, Minister, what you say?
That's wonderful.
Thank you. But in the midst of this, in the midst of all that is going on, I don't know if you caught it, Minister, before we started the show, and I'm getting ready to play that clip again. And you know, if I run it back, it's got to be serious because I want everybody to take this into effect. We're having our real live Wakanda moment from the first one. When Michael B. Jordan came and asked the king, he's like, so did you forget about us? Did you forget about all we've been through all over the world? What are you doing for the diaspora? So now, thanks to our brothers in Ghana, we have a praise report. Here we go.
African nations are pushing for an international resolution that could label the transatlantic slave trade as the greatest crime against humanity in history, and they are preparing to put Britain's role directly under the spotlight. Ghana is expected to introduce the resolution at the United Nations later this month on behalf of the African Union. This proposal seeks formal recognition of the European-led transatlantic slave trade as a historic crime of unprecedented scale, pointing to its vast human toll and its long-lasting economic and social consequences. According to the UN, the transatlantic slave trade lasted over 4 centuries. Around 15 million Africans, including men, women, and children, were forcibly transported across the Atlantic, with the largest number sent to Brazil and other parts of the Americas. African leaders say that the scale, duration, and enduring impact of the trade justify calling it history's greatest crime against humanity. The African Union is also pressing for reparations from the EU countries, claiming that the legacy of slavery contributed to the economic gap between Western nations and much of the developing world. African diplomats are now lobbying countries across the globe ahead of a vote scheduled for the 25th of March. The day is also marked as the International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery and the Transatlantic Slave Trade. Ghana's move has reportedly secured the backing from Caribbean countries as well and many African states, while additional support is reportedly being sought from developing countries and non-aligned nations. If passed, this resolution is likely to bring about a global conversation about history, slavery, and justice, with Britain's past firmly under the microscope.
So, Minister, what you got to say about that?
And she owned it. You playing some hell of a clip today.
I want that to be more about just that moment and just that clip, because I'm going to promote that to every other podcaster that I know. I'm going to make sure we cover it on all of the platforms that we have, because that was covered by an Indian outlet. America is not woke to this. In fact, I woke up to something saying that Florida was trying to make sure they ban more books about African-American history. That's the reality in this country. But we have our brothers over in Ghana and other African nations fighting for reparations and doing what Malcolm X called us to do a long time ago. So we can't go to the people that caused our problems expecting a resolution. We have to go higher. And we have to appeal to the world court. And so I am so happy, so very happy. Thank you, my brothers in Ghana. I am going to share this. I'm going to dig into this. And I promise, I'm not letting this story go. I'm not letting this story go. The Johnny Binder Show will stay on top of it. And especially March 25th, the day of remembrance for our ancestors who perished during that journey and endured the journey and made it over here, honey. That just please, March 25th is our blackout day. I am calling for every diaspora descendant in the span of my voice and beyond. We shall wear black on that day. Gonna show them the blackout. We're gonna wear black on that day. So mark your calendars. Mark your calendars. That should be it. What do you think, Minister? Or should we wear white?
No, ma'am.
Black.
Black.
Okay.
White is not pure. That's a lie they made up. Angel food cake white, devil food cake black. Yeah.
March 25th, Day of Remembrance. We're going to start promoting that on every show. And like I did say, every podcaster, I know we are promoting that Day of Remembrance, March 25th. Wear your black. That's all I have. That's all I have for right now. Let's see. And just so I made a reference to Malcolm X about not taking our problems to the government. And, you know, we like to back up the things that we say. So for those of you who did not hear his speech on this, I would like to play that now.
And anytime you find the government involved in a conspiracy to violate the citizenship or the civil rights of a people, then you are wasting your time going to that government expecting redress. Instead, you have to take that government to the world court and accuse it of genocide and all of the other crimes that it is guilty of today.
So there we go. That's our precedent, people. So we're taking it up and we're going to show our support. Oh, gosh. And in that, it is also International Women's Month. And I found a story about a sister in Jamaica. I'm hoping it's still lined up right here. Give me just 1 second.
It went out.
It didn't necessarily. Oh, yeah, that was a short clip. I'm going to go ahead and play this one. I may not be the one I was talking about, but we're going to play it anyway. Here we go.
If Black Americans had been paid equally, on average to white people were not paid equally, but had Black Americans been paid what they were worth, $20 trillion, what would those numbers be? Bro, I'm going to ask you, since you have Black in your family. Some Black people are lazy, right?
I mean, everyone's lazy.
Some black people are stupid, right?
Yes.
Some black people are really how they handle their money, right?
Yes.
Some black people make really decisions in life. Am I correct?
You are.
So in that sense, black people are just like everybody else. And maybe black people make, on average, some dumber decisions than other people. Who knows? I don't know. Well, let's just add it up. But here's the thing. The differences in black behavior amount to $20 trillion. You can't tell me it doesn't amount to that. There's no way. Like if we say, hey, listen, black people, forget about everything that was denied to you. All the wages, all the land, all the money that was just stripped away, one thing after another. Forget about all that for a second. If you just would have worked a little harder, we wouldn't see that kind of inequality. When I look at that, I can't look at those numbers and not think about discrimination. $20 trillion is discrimination. You know what I mean? That's what that is. I'm not a radical leftist, apologist, woke sociologist trying to make excuses for black people. But in fairness, that's a lot of money, man. Everybody else, that $20 trillion, that went into people that look like me. You could call this some kind of affirmative action for my people. Because we didn't give it to them, we took it from them, just like we took the land from Native Americans. Half of all black Americans are middle class. Don't think black and think poor. You have your wealthy black Americans and poor black Americans. So don't just assume think black and think poor.
It's a radical thing, he said, his approach. I may not agree with, but he's telling the truth. There are all kinds and in every ethnicity. But like he said, we're owed $20 trillion. That's the difference. And they, this country never has the money for reparations, but we have plenty of money for everything else. We have $250 million for advertising campaigns for the Department of Homeland Security. We have billions of dollars for war, but we can't be repatriated. That'd be too much. It would be way, way too much. And let's go here next. Since I'm already down this aisle, we may as well keep it going. I had found, now this man, he tells a lot of truth. I'm going to add it to the stage, but this is a disclaimer. He does use some colorful language, y'all. He's used some colorful language, but it's a warning to our people, and it is very much in line with our subject today. Wake up, America. It's time to take our lives seriously. And before I play this, I want to remind you guys, if you haven't already, if you could please go and subscribe, like, follow, share, all of the above on the social platforms that you are watching on. We are on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we are on YouTube, we're on Twitch. So again, like, share, follow, comment, show us the love. We appreciate that. And let me go ahead and cue this gentleman up. Y'all, and he's going to say some bold stuff. So just let me know what you think in the chat.
What it is with you supremacists, I don't know what it is with you Trump supporters, you MAGA people, any racists. I don't understand it, because you for some reason get it fucked up and think that you the only ones with guns and gear and train and all of that. You think just because you got some sellouts that validate your little racist opinions, you think you in the right. Well, I'm here to tell you that, one, history has proven you wrong over and over and over again. It continues to as time goes on. Not only that, you've violated God's law. Forget supremacist law. You've violated God's law. You've committed cardinal sins all throughout history. I'm here to tell you that, don't get me wrong, you gonna get some of my brothers and sisters, the ones that procrastinate and don't wake up and wise up and arm themselves and train and unite with their brothers and sisters. Yeah, they gonna wait till the last minute and find themselves dead. You gonna get them. But the real motherfuckers that's a part of this community, the real people of color, we just waiting in the shadows. We playing defense just like our ancestors did. We just waiting for you to pop it off. A bunch of sissy motherfuckers talking about, oh, this my country, this my country. No. This is not your country. If it was your country, you wouldn't have used black and brown people to build it. If it's your country, you wouldn't have took out loans from that same tyrannical government that you claim to have fled. If it's your country, you wouldn't need China or Africa's natural resources. You wouldn't need nobody. But it's funny that it's your country, you so patriotic, yet everything in your country comes from outside this country. Every asset in this country comes from outside this country. And to my people, people of color, I love you, but you motherfuckers better wake up fast, because you're gonna find yourself in a very unfortunate situation. The only thing that's important right now is unity, is training, and healing from all the trauma that we suffer from. There is nothing else more important. Not them designer clothes that you spend your whole paycheck on to satisfy some motherfucker that don't give a fuck about you. Not that expensive ass car that you went and got to go impress a bunch of motherfuckers that you probably not even gonna be friends with a year from now. None of that materialistic dumb shit is important. And the faster you realize that, is the faster you can start your process to healing. Is the faster that you can start your process to uniting this community. Is the faster that we can start the process to really fixing some shit. But guess what? Until y'all do so, ain't nothing gonna happen. It's just we gonna continue talking, gonna continue doing a whole bunch of nothing but complaining until y'all do some healing. If you live in a state that is not Second Amendment friendly, move. I get it, easier said than done, Mo. I get it, but what's more valuable, what's more important than the safety of your children? What's more important than the safety of your family and friends? What's more important than the safety of this community? And you should be in a location where you can legally defend your community. If you in New York, California, or any other state that is not Second Amendment friendly, you're fucked already. And for the slow people in the back, gun control was created so black people, so people of color could not arm themselves, which is why they didn't want to make us citizens. They didn't want to make us human, because if they made us human and if we were classified as human beings, then they would have to give us the same rights that they gave the whites, which now we have. Use them and stop being selective and only using the rights that are convenient for you to use. Who does it benefit by you not being armed? Anybody wanting to cause harm on you and your family. Educate yourself and heal. Train and heal. Arm yourself and heal. Unite with the people and heal. There shouldn't be no blood versus blood, Crip versus Crip, GD versus GD, BD versus BD, Vice Lord versus Vice Lord, or any of the in-between. There shouldn't be none of that, because all of your gangs was created to protect the community. So why have y'all not returned to that purpose? I don't want to hear no excuses. I already done heard them all. I already done researched them all. I know about how this government did this and they took all the leaders away and now we ain't got no structure. I know all of that, but how you gonna keep using it as an excuse when we got work to do? Take responsibility, unite, let's repair and heal this community, and we'll deal with the root of the problem, i.e. the supremacists, after we're done with the healing. But for now, you motherfuckers better wake up. If you thinking that just because you from the hood, just because you from the ghetto, that, oh, you just gonna wake up when the war happened, you just gonna wake up when some bullshit happened, and now all of a sudden you proficient in war tactics, you proficient in how to survive, you proficient in how to defend your family. No, that little Glock you got, it ain't gonna cut it. You're gonna be the first ones out the door. You're gonna be the first ones up there sitting in the upper room. So do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, do your friends a favor. Do what it takes. Stop choosing the convenient content route and do what it takes to educate yourself on how to protect your family, how to heal yourself properly, emotionally and mentally, and then watch how the momentum from that propels this community into unseen potential.
Strong words from a strong brother. Amen. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing that clip with me, Minister. It was right on time. Wake up, America. It's time to take our lives seriously. And just wondering, in the chat, if you're watching this on replay, what I really want to know is how many of you have a plan? Have we sat down and made a plan in case stuff pop off? Because you just never know. You never know. You know, they were talking about a few days ago that Iran had the capability to attack California with drones. You never know. So I just want to know, are you prepared? Are we prepared? And I already know the answer to that because I don't own any steel toe boots. And I'm thinking, whoo, if something pop off, I sure do need some. Minister?
Well, the subject matter is done. We have to take our lives serious. Donald Trump is not going to do that. And anybody don't believe that the 27th psychiatrist said he's the most dangerous man in that place. And he's still in there. Now we got body bags already and a bunch of more coming. And people, we're number two, we're not number one no more. And Donald Trump is completely out of order, man. He's just out of order, and the people don't let him went too far. We have to stop it, and we got to stop it now. We need to stop that war right now. That's real. Take your life serious, ladies and gentlemen.
And make a plan, y'all. Make a plan. Be sure you're ready. What they say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's more than just preparing something like a tactical bag. It's like we need a go bag just in case. Hey, maybe. But we can start with just the bare basics. Working out. Making sure that if the cars don't work and we got to hit it on foot, that we are in the best physical shape to take it on foot. You never know. You just never know how we're going to be called to survive in those cases. And a lot of us forget being like financially prepared. We're not physically prepared to go do anything. So we need to start looking at those things in our diet and your meetup points for your family, and looking into Skylink phones in case our cells don't work. There is other stuff you can do to be prepared. And this is not to frighten anyone or perpetuate any fear. But on the other hand, I do want you to have enough in you to know that you need to devise a plan to get ready. You got to prepare at night for the daylight. That's all I'm saying.
Good teacher. Good teacher.
All I'm saying. Okay, so I did find the clip that I wanted to share with you about our sister. Go ahead and play that. Here we go.
Did you know there was a Jamaican nurse who rivaled Florence Nightingale in bravery and skill? Her name was Mary Seacole, and her story deserves to be remembered. Born in 1805, Seacole used her knowledge of herbal medicine and fearless determination to care for British soldiers during the Crimean War. Unlike Nightingale, Seacole didn't have the backing of the British government. She funded her own way to the warfront and established.
Is that all? That was too short. I'm gonna have to find more on her. That was really short.
It was still talking and it went out, I think.
It was only 28 seconds. I think we used all of it. I'm gonna have to find a longer clip. I want to know more about this sister.
Yes, it's something to know.
Indeed, indeed. So let's see what else we have. I was trying to lighten the mood just a little bit. And oh, this is short, but I thought this one was powerful. And it's a perspective I haven't heard before about the terms Hispanic and Latino. So y'all let me know what you think.
You call Latino a colonial label. Why?
Latino is a French creation. Latino means Latin rooted. Only Latinos are the Italians in Latin Europe. Hispanic is invasion and conquest, a stamp burned into skin to mark ownership, roots in racist caste systems. There is no such thing as Latino or Hispanic culture. We are indigenous.
Had you heard that perspective before, Minister?
Say that again.
Had you heard that perspective before?
Yeah.
I never thought about where the word Latino came from or how they came to be known as being Latino.
Yeah, I think I said that to you.
You did.
Yeah. So no, I had never dealt with the word Latino, so that was new for me. Because I know all of them, Puerto Rican, Jamaican, Cuban. It's a decent landmass. That's not who they are. It's where they was at. They're original people.
Okay. Indeed. And I know how much you value the spoken word. I have a special coming up for y'all here shortly. But I did want to play this particular sister's performance. I thought it was deep. It's called Snake Bite. Here we go.
I've seen friends kill more dreams than the crack epidemic. When my mistakes offered me wisdom, foolish me, I wasn't fucking with it, so I had to learn the hard way. Make decisions based off present information. Sometimes you gotta ignore what your heart say. And all I come in contact with, I try to see the light, but I found out you can't nurse a snake back to life and be surprised to find out that it bites when it told you and showed you it was a cobra. Sometimes it pays to believe the hype, because even some nights he's sober. Fat meat is greasy. Don't believe me? Ask my arteries. The creator speaks creatively, so I only trust my artistry. The God part of me. So pardon me if my conversation comes across with a little too much conviction. When I spit for y'all, God speaks to me, so I'm often talking while I'm listening. Listen. Wisdom don't speak loud at all. My grandpa taught me that. He never raises his voice, but somehow his whisper is enough to hush the hardest of cats. He told me I could say anything to anyone if I learn the art of tact. You only get what you attract. My mentor, Dina Dean, told me, baby girl, if you wage a war, you better be ready for counterattack. Because karma is a bad bitch, and she stay dressed sharper than attack. And some things you say, you can't take back. You can't change the past. My ex-boyfriend told me sometimes you got to learn to make peace with broken glass. You got to learn how to watch your antics around priceless antiques. Because even if you break it and try to tape it back together, it may never hold water again due to the leaks you created.
Love you, girl. That was beautiful. And for those of you talking about why are they playing poetry, and the title is Wake Up America. It's time to take our lives seriously. And like the minister likes to say, there's just different ways to convey messages, whether we're going to do it talking like we're doing now, or we're doing it through music and song, or we're doing it through poetry and other forms of art. It's how you receive it. It's how it touches you. And she's just basically saying we got to be wise. And that's how it ties into our subject today. Waking up requires wisdom.
Right. That's why Solomon asked for wisdom. He didn't want Beyonce, Oprah Winfrey. He wanted wisdom. So if you get wisdom, then when you do get a good woman, you get money, you can keep it. But when you don't have no wisdom, a fool and money should soon depart. We got a lot of work to do.
So where do you suggest we start doing the work, Minister?
Praying. And then go in Psalms and Proverbs, stay in Psalms and Proverbs. Psalm for praise and worship, 150 of them. That's the Father. Go to the Son. Solomon. And it's one for every day. And you can read more than if you want, because that's where we need to stay at for right now. It'll give people praise and worship. That'll give both wisdom and more knowledge. Let me turn this fan off. This fan killing me. I do it on a commercial.
Okay. Well, we'll take a short break here. I want to have another poem by another young man, and I think it's poet Surin, and we'll enjoy his work.
My father sent me here through a virgin's womb, an intimate project of the master architect. By his hands I was personally groomed. On the night of my birth, 3 kings brought gifts to my home, and the brightest star in the sky is known as my birthstone. I was born to be great. Bright future, dark fate. I'm the light of the world, I am loved, but the dark hearts of men harbor hate. And the church and state sent their soldiers to come get me, betraying by the same people sitting at the table with me. Haters. You know what they say, they come a dime a dozen. It's a real popular picture of me out there having dinner with a dozen of them. I love Peter like a play cousin, and I told Peter that night, Peter, you would deny me before the cock crows thrice. Well, the next thing I know, that chicken must have crowed. Roman soldiers over my shoulder, let's get this show on the road. One disciple jumped up and cut a soldier's ear off, down to the wax. One more miracle before I leave, let me put this man's ear back. Now they got my hands tied up, suppressed and subdued. And I'm thinking to myself, man, how rude it is, dude. I'm the same one that fed 5,000, a multitude, 2 fish, 5 loaves. I'm the original Hove. And I don't need Dom Perignon, Cristal, or Moet to shine. My daddy makes it rain. I turn the water into wine. And you stand here with your soldiers with ill intent. I could call on 12 legions of angels to deliver me from this nonsense, but yet, not my will, but yes, God, your will. And on that note, let his will be fulfilled. Let these men go. I'm the one you want to kill. Could have stopped you with one of my one-liners like, peace be still. But I'm the Prince of Peace, and I'll be the Prince of Peace forevermore. This is my walk. This is what I came here for. Even old Satan couldn't get me with temptation. I passed all of his tests. I am not enslaved by the limitations of the flesh. A fisher of men, tell the fishermen to cast their nets. The deeper the water gets, the deeper the odds. The deeper your relationship with God, and my relationship is deep. Deep is my faith, which is deeper than your hate, deeper than any crown of thorns can penetrate. And if you need an example of deep here, I'll demonstrate. I walked on water, withered the fig tree, told the mountain, be taken up and cast into the sea. I can calm the storm. Nothing's impossible when I pray. I command the wind and the waters, and even they obey. Another day at the office, God's business, and I take the family business serious. On my off days, I cast out demons and unclean spirits. I am the great I am, the Lamb of God, bright and morning star in the midst of madness, wonderful counselor, divine advocate. Go and ask Lazarus. I am the resurrection, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the one they crucified. But he who lives and believes in me will never die. That's God's promise. I am the guarantor. This is my walk. This is what I came here for. So continue with your sticks and stones. Continue with your lashes. We triumph. We overcome. We'll rise from the ashes. I heal the deaf. I heal the sick. I heal the mute. I heal blindness. Kill me with your hate. I'll kill you with kindness. You're looking at heaven's finest. Emmanuel, the rock, the Alpha and Omega. This is why I'm hot. And I carry my cross to Calvary for the world and its sins. Tell Mary not to weep. This is not how the story ends. Tell Mary not to weep. Tell Martha not to moan. In 3 days, roll back the stone. I'm gone.
That was beautiful.
You don't get no more beautiful than that. He's one of the greatest poets on the planet Earth. That's my nephew.
Beautiful, beautiful.
We're gonna play a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna get him to come on the show, but we're gonna play a lot of this stuff. Yeah, he got some great stuff, man. And he's telling the truth. He's a principal of a school now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's powerful. And he was saying there what Jesus had been through on his off day, you know, what he do and what Peter would do to deny him. He showed the world where we at and what we're doing, and that's right on time. We have to get in the mindset, and I ain't reading no religion. Religion comes from religiosity, but we have to be spiritual and worship the God that's in us. He's not up there. So this whole God thing been taught wrong. So that's why I'm taking on the relationships thing. And I'm taking it on real strong. We're going to touch millions of people because over 90% of the people in America, relationships jacked up. And the first mistake they make is by not knowing God and looking at each other physical and not each other spiritual. We too much on the physical, not the spiritual. It's going to get you in trouble.
Indeed. You're right. That lust, that spirit of lust is something else. And that's not just even lust of another person. It could be for the lust of money, power, fame. Lust is lust. The object doesn't have to necessarily be physical.
I'm so glad that I've been elected the last few days, few months. I've been crying inside, watching these young girls with no drawers on and all that. And G-string, I'll be like, and I've been doing it for a while, at least 20-some years. I feel sorry for them because I know they don't know. They have uncovered because they have not discovered who they are. They don't know that they're the second self of God. They don't know that they're the mother of earth. So they're doing things that don't make sense. And with this world the way it is today, we got to change in this narrative and teach our women and our men, not just the women, the men. Teach our women and our men the importance of God. You're going to have to learn them, y'all. I know y'all been running, but you're going to have to learn out who God is. And he's not up there. He's in you. Supreme being, human being. The being is the B-E-I-N-G. It's the essence of God in you. God wake you up. God got you breathing. That's yourself. So the God essence is in us. And we don't know what to do with it. Because we fell in love with America and our foolish ways. Jesus didn't follow America. He followed God. And he made it clear. Do to me as you may. You can only do no more than what my Father allow you to do. And that's why in John 16, he made it clear. It is expedient for me to go away. I must go away. To sit at the right hand of the Father. But I won't leave you comforters. I'll leave you a counselor. And he, not a spook, will teach you all things. Elijah must come first and make all things new. They confuse us, ladies and gentlemen. And then Jesus went to say, Father, Father, and said 17, he got out of it. I done everything you asked of me, and I glorified your name in the land where you may glorify me. And I only pray for those now that follow me to my Father. I ain't praying for the whole world no more. You got to be a believer now. Wake up, America. Wake up and realize that y'all made a mistake by putting that crazy man in that house. He done created all kind of gas prices up, everything up, from California back here. He don't know what he's doing. He has no idea how to be no president. He's a habitual liar from day one. Jesus said in John 8:44, you're not of my father, you're of your father. If you was of my father, you would seek to kill me. Are you listening? That's what's wrong with us. We don't know God. And Jesus said, you of your father, the devil. Uh-oh. The lust of your father should do. He was a murderer and bold not in the truth. Then answered the Jews. That's in John 8:44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. This is nothing to play with. Would you put your life in Donald Trump's hands? If one of y'all said yes, you need a psychosocial assessment and a dianetic. You're going to put your life in his hand. Reckless as he is. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a good show tonight. We appreciate you coming out. I want to play something before we leave. We got a few commercials that she's not played here in a while. I want to show why the Johnny Binder show is about 4 minutes. And then another one had you to get out to go vote, not vote, but to go to YouTube and finish getting us 40, 50 more people so we can monetize. So them are the two I like to be played. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this time. Thank you. I told you, come out here, get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. Be serious with your life. Be serious with your life. Do not put your life in Donald Trump's hands. That's the worst thing you can do on the planet Earth. Let's work together to get him and his whole cabinet out of there. He has to go. He's danger to all of us. Wake up, America. Wake up, or you're going to lose and have a casualty with a bunch of body bags. I'm telling you before it happens. If that's what you want, stop it now. May God bless you.
Thank you, Minister. And we'll go ahead and we're going to play these clips so you can learn more about the Johnny Binder Show and know how to support us and why it's important, because when you subscribe to the Johnny Binder Show, you save lives. Because we try and get a message. Well, no, we don't try. We get a message out there to help save the lives of and the communities of the people that live in them, so we can all, break these generational curses and turn those into blessings. We want to have generational blessings going forward. So here we go. More about the Johnny Binder Show.
might as well go ahead and let the cat out the bag now then, man, and let them know, man, to start right now following the Johnny Binder Show. Yeah, start following right now. Start following Johnny Binder Show on YouTube right now. Johnny Binder Show on YouTube. Start following right now. Look, let me tell y'all straight up. I have to hold him back at times. So, like, y'all think y'all hearing something on my show. I have to hold him back because this dude be on go. Like, go, 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 go. So I know y'all gonna enjoy his content. So make sure you follow the Johnny, but it's not the Johnny Binder, but Johnny Binder Show on YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, he gonna be streaming like y'all ain't seen this dude. Like, he put in the work for real, and that's why I rock with him. He really do put in the work in the community. A lot of people talk that community talk.
90% of your crew is snitching. Get out of the game. Whatever money you got, go open some kind of business. If you're not open, then to do what my partner did. He gave his money to a restaurant owner. Now he rich because the restaurant owner paid him every month. He invested like half a million with him. And now he out of Galveston. So now he gets rich. Him and his wife got a big home. They come out of Texas University. If you ain't an entrepreneur, invest your money with Willie D or with Catherine, whoever doing business. With me, I'm gonna build 90 townhouses. I need 2.5 right now. So again, invest your money with somebody you can trust. But get out the game. If you don't get out the game, you go into prison. And 85-90% of the time you do, when you get out, you'll be dead. It's not worth it. So this Johnny Binder talking to you.
To me, yeah. Yeah.
All this old new boo stuff, shooting and killing each other, man. That ain't gangster.
Listen to me, yeah.
That ain't gangster. For the lack of knowledge. I'm not playing. I don't do that. I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm going to do everything I can because in Ezekiel 34, God said we clothe ourselves. We fed ourselves, but we have not fed the flock. And the flock has scattered all over America. So we, so-called ministers, pastors, and bishops, you cannot say we did a good job.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen to me, yeah.
I hope you learned a bit more about the Johnny Binder Show, everyone. And we're going to go ahead and play this next clip that shows the community that we're really dedicated to serving, and that is women and children. So here we go.
All praise due to God. Helping me, Captain, all the rest of us, save a life.
Yeah. Listen to me, yeah.
So that y'all celebrate us and help us open up vocational schools
and save our kids and our kind. You don't want to do that. You want to sit in the back like a house nigga, a fool, and do what you do. Because I have 5,000 heaven-making angels around me. And anybody come against me, God is going to destroy them. I can name all the people that come at me. God has destroyed them, have created problems in their family.
Yeah.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying to you is that the black woman is the mother of earth. She has melanin in her skin, right here, melanin. The sun is her friend, not her enemy.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen to me. Yeah.
90% of your crew is snitching. Get out the game. Whatever money you got, go open some kind of business. If you don't know how to open a business, do what my partner did. He gave his money to the restaurant owner. Now he rich because the restaurant owner paid him every month. He was like I have $500,000 with it. And now he out of Galveston, so now he get rich. If his wife got a big home, they come out of Texas University. If you ain't an entrepreneur, invest your money with Willie D or with Catherine, whoever doing business with me. I'm going to build 90 townhouses. I need 2.5 right now. So again, invest your money with somebody you can trust. Get out the game. If you don't get out the game, you're going to prison. And 85-90% of the time you do, when you get out, you'll be dead.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. So this China Biden talking to you.
Listen to me. Yeah.
And welcome back, fam. I hope you enjoyed learning more about the show and who we serve and what we do, what our mission is, and that is to serve you and all that we do, of course, by serving the Most High God, of course. So that's just an extension of our ministry. So thank you for tuning in today. If you are watching this on replay, please drop it in the comments and let us know what you're thinking about the show, and just to say hi. How you doing out there? So we have a lot in store for you guys going forward. We have a big guest coming up this week, so we hope you continue to tune in. If you're on YouTube, please click that notification bell so that you know exactly when we go live. And yeah, fam, that's all I have for today. So stay prayed up, make a plan. Gotta have a plan. And then we will come back. I see the minister looks like he wants to join us. Give me 1 second here.
That's why we want to give you knowledge, wisdom, understanding. We want to give you freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. You must take your life and be serious with it. The Johnny Biden Show, it ain't just for Johnny Biden. It's for you, to give you knowledge and wisdom and understanding from Solomon, from David. We have to study to show ourselves approved, ladies and gentlemen. We have to wake up. It is very serious. This is a state of emergency. Like the president have, this is the state of emergency. This is nothing to play with. He needs to be moved, and all of them, they are no good. They allowed him to do that, and ain't enough of them should have walked out like they did last time. You don't follow that. That's why he went around Congress and started that war. This is serious, ladies and gentlemen. Our life is on the line. And these people can strike us. And please don't get shot at. It's over. Get this tape out. Catherine, get it cut up where they can hear this. The state of emergency has been evoked by me. I'm telling you in spiritual aspect. I had that gift I have discernment from God, and God has told me to let the people know of the state of emergency. It is serious. It's nothing to play with. Nothing to play with at all. I'm coming off in 1 minute. It's nothing to play with at all. State of emergency. Get Donald Trump out that office, him and his cabinet, immediately, and stop this unjust war. For too many people get hurt. So again, it's very serious. May God bless you. May God keep you. I thank each and every one of y'all for coming out today. Catherine, cut this tape out where it can go out. Where it can go out and save people's lives. Thank you. I can't hear you.
Said we'll make it happen. Love you all. Peace.